This is NHTV2, North Haven Government Television, a service of North Haven Community Television. The following program is brought to you through the support of the town of North Haven.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Planning and Zoning Commission meeting for November 10, 2025. My name is Vern Carlson, and I'm the chairman of the commission. We have a relatively short agenda tonight. However, I'm going to introduce our staff, and then we'll go around to get the commission introduced, and then we'll go on further from there. Out to my extreme right is Andy Belvalacqua. He's our town engineer. Next to him is Jane Ellis. She is our zoning enforcement officer. Next to her is Laura Magarasi. I'm sorry, Magarasi. She's taken that one job. She is now land use administrator. To my extreme left is Katanya. She's our court reporter. Next to her is Christine Hilton. He's our staff secretary.
I'm Rod Williams, regular member.
Ken Quick, regular member.
Paul Wyman, Vice Chair.
Brian Cummings, Secretary.
Mark Parisi, alternate.
Giancarlo Gallo, alternate.
Okay. Before we get going here, let me go to Laura. Is there any changes to the agenda?
No, sir, but prior to the deliberation session, executive session, there's going to be a few words from the public.
Okay, very good. Okay, well, we're going to continue right along. We're going to open up there with the is a site plan for a 120 Powdered Meadow Road. Want to read that in, Brian, please?
Sure, this is P25-24, site plan application of Dan Coughlin, applicant 120 PM Development LLC, owner relative to 120 Powdered Meadow Drive, map 29, lot 118, map entitled Zoning Location Survey Property of 120 PM Development LLC, 120 Powdered Meadow Drive, North Haven, Connecticut, prepared by Cardinal Engineering Associates, dated 8/22/2024, scale 1 inch equals 20 feet, IG 80 zoning district.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Want to introduce yourself?
Good evening, Dan Coughlin, owner of 120 Powdered Meadow Drive, here for the revised site plan with some changes or modifications as per, doing the, as I submitted the as-built, there were some changes from the original that I think will benefit everything and everybody. As you can see from the notes, we had parking in the front, and for just for no other reason, some of the lines got painted around the building. And when I submitted it, I said, let me just go back to the original parking in the front, which was acceptable. The spot in the back where there was outdoor storage, it called for seed and grass. And just looking at it, I would kind of want to do just gravel it because there's no way to maintain it or cut it. So I just wanted to replace the seed and the grass in the back in the storage area with some kind of process or something that will wash off, or it'll be a cleaner look, and it's a maintenance issue. And then the dumpster pad originally was a bigger pad, and I just changed it because it's not really necessary. There's the tenants there. There's very little dumpster usage, so I just changed the pad size. We noted it. So those are kind of the modifications from the original that we wanted to see if we could get accepted.
Did you move the parking around at all?
I really didn't. I just put the parking back. I mean, these are doors. They're garage doors. They're 16 spaces. people pull up, they're gonna go in, I kinda put them there. But on the original site plan, it showed the parking in the front by the island, and I'm just gonna put it back where it originally was.
And you have, some parking, you got some islands, some trees, and some gravel to address there, don't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the islands the way they want. We'll put the islands in.
On each end?
Yeah, and then we'll do the trees. We'll
Cool.
show that in the,
Yeah, 2-inch caliber trees
yeah,
there?
yeah. We put some in and we did the main island. We just would want to just do the wings on it or something, just to, the way it was originally shown. But that's not a problem.
Okay. Ryan?
Yeah, Dan, thanks for coming. I was down there, and you've pretty much done all that, and it looks very nice. I mean, the dumpster pad and the gravel.
Yeah.
Question I have for you, and maybe Andy can help out here too, and I'm not sure, but between 100 Powder Mill Drive and 120, which is what we're talking about here, there's a driveway, and then you have your buildings. You have the first building and the second building. And along, I guess that's the western side of both those buildings, you have, appears to be, well, they're gas meters for each existing unit.
Yeah.
Are bollards needed for, in front of those? I mean, they're parallel to the direction of travel. There's a curb about this big in front of a normal roadway curb. But do we need bollards in front of those? Or even on the sides when somebody's coming in from the road, just to whack the first one and continue on down the road?
I mean, I don't think you absolutely need them. I would always recommend them, you know,
Yeah.
just because it's a safer situation, but.
I'm surprised the gas company hasn't addressed that, because they did the residentials. They actually added one to my house, on theirs, but, because the single one they had put in 20 years ago was no longer acceptable, so. I'm guessing that, if the gas company's servicing those meters, if there was a.
One of the curbs is wider, it's deeper, and they looked at it, and I went over that with them, but I wouldn't have a problem putting in like one on each end. I don't think it would be a big deal to do it.
Yeah, I think just for safety.
Probably not a bad idea.
Okay, thanks.
It's all, that nothing's paved here, so I can.
Bollards.
All right.
Thank you.
Go ahead. What you got, Ryan?
That's all. Thanks.
Rod?
So one of the things in the report that was written by Andy, I believe, says that it appears that there might be more outdoor storage proposed. Is there an increase, or has anything changed since
It
your original
really
approval?
didn't increase, it's the same area, it's just behind it. I'm not, whatever the outside storage was along the back of the building. The increase, it really didn't increase, it just went from grass, whether they push stuff back there, it's gonna go on grass or gravel. So it's not like it's encroaching, it's not like it left and went anywhere else, it's just in the back of the building. That's where it was approved, just straight across the back, that 250 feet across the back. Nothing goes along the sides or the front.
The original approved plan showed the rear section of the paved area as their outdoor storage. And then beyond that was a grass area. So they're looking to convert that grass over to stone of some kind and potentially expand the outdoor storage to that area, I'm assuming. Because right now, the way the original approval was set up, you're not supposed to be putting anything back in that grass area.
I'm
So
not
that-
so sure that, I wouldn't advise them to do it, you know what I mean? I'm not, I'm not like we're gonna fill that up. It was just a maintenance thing for me, like.
Sure, no, I understand that.
Just where the wash off goes and if they have something for storage, they're not gonna put it on stone or, grass, it'll get pushed back there, but
See, these are the kind of things that, when it comes to a zoning enforcement issue, become a problem,
Right.
Because if you open it up and put stone back there, then people are gonna be parking back there.
Right.
Which, I'm not saying that's a problem, but the commission just needs to understand that.
Yeah.
That your original
Yeah, I didn't think
approval
of
was
that.
was to have the outdoor storage on pavement in the back, and now, the potential's gonna be there. You put
Yeah.
stone in there, you're gonna be moving over. So,
Yeah.
the commission should consider whether you think that it's acceptable for him to be doing outdoor storage in the back on the gravel area, which is different than his original approval.
Yeah, I have a question about that, actually.
Yeah,
So-
go ahead, Brad.
Thank you, okay, so thanks. So, I notice there's a catch basin back here, and I'm thinking if there's outdoor storage, I don't know what's being stored, but I'm thinking of stuff going off the property. And if it was on the grass, things would not be stored there, so I wouldn't be worried about it. But if things are moving back, is there a slope down to this basin, or to the catch basin that's back there, so that it's gonna collect whatever might leach off of this stuff in rain or whatever? if it's vehicles
There's
or?
really, the pitch is, you know, everything goes to that storm basin would be from the building to there, it's pitched to there.
Okay.
From the back side of that, it would just, you know, it's like impervious, you know, it would just go into the rainwater, whatever, would just go in. There's no, there's nothing back there that would be, you know, the runoff would just go wherever it was, whether it was grass or gravel. I don't know what the difference
Okay.
would be
Well,
honest with you.
That's okay. To me, the difference is you're probably not storing stuff on grass where you might be on gravel. And it doesn't mean that we should deny it because
Right.
of that. It's just, it's a, like Andy was
Right,
saying,
it's
it's
a
something we
fair
need to
point.
know
You guys
about.
understand what the
Yeah,
difference was, that's
yeah.
all.
Right.
But I think they should come back to us if there's gonna be outdoor storage there. You know, I know there's potential for it, but it's not on the site plan, so it shouldn't use. Outdoor storage, we need to approve.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, we're gonna need to approve it. And, you know, you say it leaches down, but if they're storing equipment out there and it's leaching whatever's oil is leaking from the vehicles, it's gonna go into the groundwater, so.
You need something impervious there.
One thing is
Well, it will
that,
be impervious either way, I mean.
Dan, these are not your vehicles, these are your tenant vehicles. So you don't know what's gonna be stored out there at any given moment.
Mostly tenant stuff, yes.
Okay.
But I don't see, I was thinking more of just like container stuff that would be for them, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of them were asking for container stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not, I can't, you know, if they have vehicles, they're gonna park them near there, you know what I mean? To me, my thought was, you know, they can put a container there and their extra stuff, the units are only 1,250 square feet. And, you know, to me, it was like container storage was more where there's no you know what I mean? It's kind of misleading, vehicle storage, it's outdoor storage, but to me, I was more thinking of containers. Where they all have you know, they're little small guys, they have stuff inside, and rather than, I don't want nothing around the building, it's already been, you know, so everything that comes is gonna go in.
I'm gonna give it
If it
to you
doesn't fit the
next.
unit, would go in a container or something, you know? I'm not saying there won't be a vehicle back there, but
Yeah.
it wasn't the intent to load it up with vehicles, you know?
If there's a container out there, is there gonna be increased, lease, the monthly charges for
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
I don't really have any questions at the moment, so.
Well, you know, if you're gonna put any sort of vehicles back there at all, you certainly gotta put some impervious. Stone is not impervious at all. So, I mean, we have been putting, I know Andy likes us to put regular pavement there, so if there is any leakage, it's not gonna go at all. But we have been letting it go in the back, in an area like that with millings, but you're certainly not gonna have it. If it's gonna be grass, there's gonna be nobody on it. There'll be a stop there, so nothing can go on. If it's gonna be something you're gonna put storage on, we need to know what the storage is. And if it's gonna be leaking of any oil or fluids of any kind, we certainly need to protect it from that.
Yeah, I was just thinking because of the calculations and the runoff and the water and stuff, that, you know, it was calculated so much runoff, it didn't anticipate, you know, you know what I mean? If I do that, is it gonna affect the calculations for the?
Yeah, it would increase.
You know what I mean?
impervious, right.
We've already got the infrastructure in for the water, you know, for how much, the 2 inches, the runoff, you know, we already got, those calculations have been done, all the structures are in place. All the manholes and all the structures are in place.
What do you think, Andy?
I mean, it's really up to you guys as to
No,
whether
I
you wanna
know.
allow that storage to happen back there or not.
Could we restrict the storage to containers?
You could, yeah.
Could we enforce that restriction?
Well, you can enforce it through inspections, yeah.
I mean, the only thing I could see going back of
Shouldn't
the
have
paved
anything
area
around
would be a
it.
container if it was bigger.
Yeah.
That would be fine, you know, having everything for, if there was a vehicle, I'd say don't park off the that's the rules, you know?
Yeah.
And then a container, if it was a little bit bigger and the container was back there, that would be fine.
It's gotta come.
I
Or
wouldn't
we
have a
could
problem with
limit
that.
it to the, limit it to the container.
I think what we're looking for is probably
With
the
limited
number of
containers,
vehicles
and they have to
and
come
or
back.
containers that you could
Everything
put
else.
back there at any time.
Yeah.
That your tenants would be allowed to put back there at any time. And if vehicles were included, we'd probably wanna see some millings there, because, just because engines don't always perform nicely, and they leak oil and fluids and that sort of thing, and we'd like to see that get into the ground. And, it will affect the calculations, but we'll have to do really the calculations to see what it affects.
You think you can do that? Can you live with that, with putting millings in there and?
I don't mind putting millings in there, it's just the water,
Well-
Yeah,
I would do millings, and that's not a problem. Or
Okay.
restrict it to containers only past the point of pavement. It's 250 feet. You know, if you did the math, you're talking about 25 either containers or vehicles. That's the math. I mean, it's 250 feet across. You know, at 8 or 10 feet per.
yeah, I don't
You're
think
talking
that-
about 10 containers and 12 vehicles.
I don't think the containers would be an issue.
What
But
if
the
you-
vehicles would be.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
think
say,
you need-
what if you restricted the vehicles to the pavement?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Do
restrict the
that
vehicles
grass
to the
area
pavement.
and do it in like 3/4
Yeah.
inch stone, and then use that for your storage of your, containers.
And do you already have
Containers aren't
lease-
gonna leak anything, I mean,
Yeah.
they're pretty much sealed structures, and, you know,
Just worry about.
and
the
that way you wouldn't have to
leasing.
worry about the runoff, and you'd also be in a situation where that's gonna be able to absorb the rainfall that comes in. So it'd be similar to the grass from that perspective, but it would allow him to put containers out there. And if we settle on a number of containers, then that would be something that Jane could enforce, you know, to make sure that.
Is that something you would put into the lease, that they're not allowed to?
Absolutely.
Because
I
it's
will
gonna be hard-
control,
it's hard to
like,
police.
I will control the containers, because I will buy
Mm-hmm.
them, install them, and charge them.
Okay,
10 containers, not to exceed 10 containers, and not more than 15 vehicles on the pavement, or something. We can figure out that, that's easy. It's 250 feet across, they need 10 feet of space to get by them, you know?
Yeah, I don't think there was any limitations on the outdoor storage from the prior approval, for what that's worth. And the other thing I wanted to kind of talk about, just kind of the big picture on this, is the reason that he's here is because the site was not built in accordance with the plan.
Right.
So there was no way he was gonna get his bond back. So we sat and talked about what needed to be done. So that's why this application is in, so that he can set himself up to complete the job in accordance with, you know, what you guys have approved, and then he'll set himself up to get the bond back. One other aspect of this is the bond itself. There's a $6,000 bond from the prior approval. I think I recommended $3,500 bond for this, because it's a smaller project. But what I was gonna propose was take the $6,000 bond, roll it over into this project. There's not a lot of work here, it'll be done pretty quick, and then that can get you on a fast track to getting that bond release when you're
Right.
done, you know.
What do you think, Paul? You wanna have him come back, we'll take a look at it when we decide what he's gonna do there?
I like the compromise of the containers and
yeah,
Yeah.
and things like that. I think that's,
that's what I think. I agree with Ken. So,
No-
just limit it to 10 containers and no cars on that.
Past the pavement.
Past the pavement, and you have that in a lease, and
Yep.
you police it, but,
Yep. We do it anyway, so it's in the, you know, everything outdoor stuff is already in the lease, nothing acceptable.
but if you're gonna do that, you gotta come back to us.
Yep.
Or you're,
You get it and show it on for us, come on back next month and take care of it?
Yeah, what do you want me to put that?
Go on.
Yeah, put the numbers, so you mentioned 15
Okay.
cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, put
Yeah.
that and say 15 cars on the pavement,
Yep.
and then if you're talking about 10 storage containers.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
just put that on the plan, 10 storage containers, show that area
Yeah.
covered in stone, and I think that'll address what you're looking for, right?
Yeah, okay. Continue to next month, is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Eventually
Thank
get
you.
all the 15.
And bollards, right.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, throw the bollards on there too.
I will. I'll put the bollards on the gas meter.
Thank you.
thank you.
Okay. That's it. Next one we got is under other, is Medtronic. Got nobody here from Medtronic, do we? No, do we? Okay.
How you doing?
We're good.
Chris Roy, I'm the facilities director for Medtronic, the North Haven site. I guess we're here to talk about, we're looking to install EV chargers, some additional EV chargers at our site. 4 dual port EV chargers. Actually, I think we're only looking for 2 right now. Inside our gates at our, we call it our Needles building. They'll be mounted to the outside of the building. So that's pretty much.
Gonna be on a pad?
No, they'll be mounted to the. These are building mount chargers.
Oh, I see, okay.
So they'll take up 4 parking spaces, or they'll allow for 4 EV vehicles to be charged.
Yeah, so what are you gonna, how many chargers you gonna have there?
There's going to be 2
Two.
dual port. So
Oh, I see.
so one charger will be able to charge two
Okay.
cars at a time.
So these will be inside the garage?
We're looking to install 2 in the garage eventually as well, but these are actually inside our gates on our one of our buildings. I think it's the I think the official address is 86 Quinnipiac.
So they're not changing their parking count, really, they're just adding chargers to a few parking spaces, is really essentially it.
It's okay.
So we have a second sheet that indicates the second, whatever, 2 things on the 3rd floor. Is that not happening now, or you
That's-
want permission for that tonight too?
We'd like permission for that as well. That's for the parking garage in our parking structure on the 3rd floor. Yeah.
Okay.
And that'll be, again, 2 chargers, dual port, so 4 total cars.
These are for employees?
Correct.
Okay.
More concerns, ones with the, in the garage. Is the fire marshal signed off on that? The chargers within the garage, do you have any currently?
We don't have any currently,
I would-
so
I
the
would-
fire,
I
so
would
the fire
look at-
department
I
has
would
not
look
signed off
into
on it.
that, being allowed in the garages, some jurisdictions, I don't know North Haven, but,
Sure.
it's becoming an issue, or a
Okay.
question, I should say, I won't bring up more than that, okay?
Okay. I mean, we do have our people with EVs park in our garage currently.
Yeah, but it's the charging aspect of it that's,
Yeah.
like I said, I don't know where North Haven stands on it.
Sure.
And the chargers are on the upper level.
Yeah, 3rd
Right,
floor.
exposed.
3rd
Yeah.
floor, yep, exposed.
Okay.
Garage is sprinklered as well.
I got another question.
Right.
Did the fire marshal get a copy of this?
That I don't know.
Looking for his notes.
It didn't come in as a formal application, so probably not.
Okay.
But he will review it as part of the building permit process when it comes into our system.
Building permit, yeah.
I have no questions.
Right.
Nope,
Well,
no question.
thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
It's Chris. Last name is Soroy, S-I-R-O-I-S.
Okay. Talk about extensions right now for Stillman Road, for the fire truck. Laura? Nobody here?
Nobody here, I guess.
Nobody here? Okay. Well, this is pretty simple. This is something that we had approved this, and that just expired on the time. They're looking for an extension. And what can we give them for extension there, Laura?
6 months?
6 months? 6 months extension? Okay. Ken?
I have no, that sounds good to me.
Yes, that's what I need.
Okay.
Yeah, no issues with them.
I'm good there, too.
Everybody's okay? Okay. Thank you. 6 months extension, I'll get that in deliberation here. Bonds.
Yep, so the bond I've got before you today is for 315 Washington Ave. That was Classic Car Care from 2020, was the $3,500 bond. There was a few things I think they didn't do on the site plan, which were part of their approval. But because now a new vendor's come in there and basically completely redone the site, the bond doesn't serve any purpose anymore. So we actually had told this particular, the prior owner, that as soon as the new development was approved, that we could move forward with the bond release. So the bond doesn't hold for anything, it doesn't serve the town any purpose anymore. So that's why I recommend it.
They did a nice job there, by the way.
They did.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yep.
Okay,
So that's all.
on to change of use. 565 Washington Avenue. The children's, what is this thing? What is it,
There's
Laura?
2 for this address. Is anybody here for that? Yes, thank you.
Yeah, unit 4.
Good evening.
You state your name
Sabrina.
and
First and last name?
Last
Sabrina
name.
Jimenez, sorry. Sabrina Jimenez. And my last name? Jimenez. And Sabrina, Sabrina.
Yours with her, but yes, Janelle, Janelle. Maffe.
okay, speak up a little bit, ladies. Okay, tell us what you're gonna do.
Well, I'm trying to start an educational play-based center for children. I was kind of thinking of a space where we can host different children's events. Also, events like where we can do like mommy and me tea parties or like dad and lads event. I was also thinking programs to offer for after-school children, where instead of, I work in a school, so I notice that there's a lot of children who sit in after school and are not really engaged in anything. So I was kind of looking to see if we can have a place where children can be brought in and maybe we can have like an art class, different days of friendship bracelet making, sip and paint for children, everything. The event space would be just children.
So how big an area are you gonna,
I'm sorry?
how big of an area are you renting there?
I mean, per event, I would say about 10 to 12 children.
No, I'm talking about footage, the size of the area that you're gonna rent.
1150?
1250 for the dog.
1250?
1250?
1250.
Okay. And you're gonna have what, you're saying around 10 children?
10 to 12 children max.
And that'll be daily?
No. Well, after school programs in the afternoon, I would say convenient for the parents' schedule, so I would say maybe till like 5:36. And then in the evening, well, Fridays to Sunday, when they want to have events, we can do like 2 hours per event, and then the latest event would be like 6:30.
And when would that start?
I would say 11 to 2, and then give us a break to kind of set up for the next event. I was also interested in hosting workshops for parents. Just different activities for children to kind of be engaged and not always.
So what kind of hours you gonna be having, do you think?
Weekdays, I would say maybe 2:30, 5:36. And then Fridays to Sunday, I would say earlier, that way if anyone wants to host an event. Latest 6:30, 7, but per event it would just be 2 hours.
Okay. Ken?
No, I have no questions. Sounds good.
Rod?
I don't have any questions. Thank you.
I just have a little concern about the parking, because the restaurant there, I think their hours are until 2:30. They pack them in there, so sometimes there's very little parking there. So your hours look like they're gonna work with that, but on the weekends you may have a little issue parking 10 10 vehicles there or whatever.
Okay.
But the kids are gonna be dropping off the kids.
It can be an option.
They will
Yeah.
be dropped off, or they're gonna come, and parents are gonna stay?
I would leave that to their discretion if they want an event where,
Will be closing in 30 minutes. Public computers, copiers, and Wi-Fi will be shutting down in 15 minutes.
Now, you're saying that
The
Monday,
bookstore and cafe, along with library card applications, must be completed by 7:45. Thank you.
Monday through Thursday, 2:30, so
Yes.
they close at 2:30.
okay,
So there's not gonna be any issue there. I'm just thinking it's gonna be a little tight on the weekends.
okay, I mean, I
And,
can always adjust,
Just
fine.
FYI, you know, you're gonna be, I think it's all occupied except one other unit. Well, this will be, 4 and 6 are gonna be vacant.
This would be for
now, so-
4, yeah.
Yeah, so, okay. Do you see anything, issues there, Andy, with the parking, or?
It's tight, that lot is
Hmm.
kind of
Yeah.
small, but,
And I think the back lots are Amtrak has the rights to those.
To the rear?
To the rear lots. It's, but that's only for when they're working on the tracks. But, okay, it's a minor issue, but as long as you know that there might be some parking.
You know, it's no good if you can't park, it's not good for anybody.
Of course, especially if you have to drive there.
Okay.
Me?
No, sorry, go ahead. Yeah, Brian, by all means.
Lost you there for a second.
Yeah.
My questions were akin to Paul's, and it looks like these would be a lot of drop-offs for the kids coming in to your events or for daily after-school.
I'm sorry? could you
These would be drop-offs for the kids.
I mean, that was the
Yeah.
intention, so,
Yeah.
it would be after-school care, but
Yeah.
only a couple hours.
Just that period of time
Yeah.
when folks get home from work.
Yeah.
Pick up the kids. School buses won't be dropping off.
no.
Okay, just wanted to make sure, because the lot's tight enough already. Okay. That'd be nice for you, though.
I mean, I was gonna say, I mean, I would have for children, but maybe one school bus drops off, we don't necessarily need all the cars at the same time.
Okay, thank you.
lot's actually a little bigger than I thought it was.
It's not.
It's not that
tight.
small.
There's a little section that kind of parallels Defco Park Road out the back, which, I mean, in the picture I'm looking at, there's no cars parked there at all, so.
There never is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it might be a little better than we think it might be.
I have no questions.
Good.
You good?
I'm good.
Okay. Gentlemen, everybody good?
I have no questions.
Okay, ladies, thank you very much.
Thank you.
565 Washington Avenue, Unit 9, sporting goods.
Good evening, my name is Walter Kelly, and I'm looking to move.
Yeah, Attorney Gregory Miller, Mr. Kelly, and I'm going to let him speak.
What I'm looking to do is move my current location off of 271 Kings Highway. I'm going to work out of my house as a residential neighborhood, move my operation from that to 565 Washington Ave as primary focus on sporting goods, with a focus on anything that's sporting related, fishing, ammunition, bows. It's kind of where I do hunting, sporting type goods is where I focus in today, and I'm looking to move this operation from being in a retail location or residential location to a retail location. They allow me to expand and ultimately just take the traffic that's there today in my neighborhood on weekends and move it into a more beneficial area for the whole neighborhood. I've been operating out of the house for about 4.5 years, and I'm looking to, at this point, it was kind of an agreement. When I initially talked to zoning at the time, with the licensing and to build that, it was a decision that once we expanded to a certain point, that I would look for a retail location inside of town, and that's where I am today.
So you say sporting goods, can you just run
Yeah,
down
so-
the description a little bit and see,
Yeah.
what are you gonna be doing there on a daily basis? If I go in there, what would I be going in there?
So it's a retail location for anything that's sporting related. So I sell, today I deal with fishing products, I deal with bows, I deal with firearms, I deal with the ammunition, all that combination, sporting, sports shooting is what I deal with as well. So,
Primarily, that's what you deal with bows and I guess
it'll change,
targets.
it'll change through the seasons. I have clients that, when hunting season's prime, they're coming in for crossbows and bows and that type of stuff. When it's fishing season, I got people that are buying fishing rods. Year round, I do with firearms, because that is a primary focus of what I deal with my client base today. But all my clients are doing all three of those activities.
Would there be training there
No.
as well?
No, I don't plan on being in a training business. I have another partner that he does that for me outside a different location.
So you sell firearms as well?
Yes.
you say?
Yep, I'm a federally licensed FFL and follow all state and federal regulations associated to that.
So would you be transferring your FFL license from your home to the store?
I currently have, I will currently have another FFL license associated to that. I will not be transferring the license. I will keep the license where I am today because I have invested in product for manufacturing, more engraving type stuff. It's considered manufacturing by the ATF. But for engraving that's already in my house, to move that is extremely difficult, and a ventilation system at this location will not work for that.
And currently you have a state handgun sales license?
Yeah, so I'm federally licensed by the ATF to do that. Also have a retail permit that's been issued by the town, as well as I'm licensed and documented with the state.
Who issues that permit from the town?
There's, police, chief of police.
And that's the law?
Yes, correct. That's issued on a 5-year period. The FFLs are licensed on a 3-year period.
So, and annually you have an inventory, of all your
Correct.
weapons and what's sold,
Yeah, so-
compared to what's sold and purchased?
So by state law, I'm required to file a submission every October 1st that it says I physically have done this inventory that states that my inventory is accurate.
Okay.
At the federal level, at any time, the ATF can come in and inventory me and document my records and validate that my records are accurate. And if they're not, it's a violation, a federal violation.
And the store will have an alarm system that goes to the police
Alarm
department
system,
or-
cameras, has to be monitored.
That was gonna be my question about the security.
Security.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You plan on having gates?
My preference is gates. It's gonna depend on kind of structure. I haven't been able to analyze that fully. The other option would be bars, but there'll be some type of defense of the windows from that. There will also be filming on the windows to make it so they're not smash-proof or minimize the smashing capability. My preference, honestly, would be to have roll-down windows on the outside. The landlord doesn't want that, so they would be on the inside. The only reason I would want them on the outside is if someone tries to knock a window, right? They're not protected when I'm not there. But that's just the cost of doing business, I guess. There'd still be security inside.
We have some other businesses in North Haven that had to do that to prevent people from getting in. They had the film on the windows and still didn't stop them.
Yeah, so for that regards, that we film on the windows, some type of other security mechanism, locked cases, anything that's of high value would be in its own safe, to be safe on property for like NFI type items or anything like that that's out there. So that would all be secured. Like you mentioned earlier, cameras will be available. State law requires me to have a monitoring system for that as well. That's monitored 24/7. Cameras will be 24/7.
Mark?
I got no questions.
No, I had the security question, but that was answered.
Rod?
I was curious, this first came in last month under suite 7 and 8, and now it's 9. We're not talking about three,
No.
just one, right?
Correct.
It's
So
9.
what happened is initially I was looking at suite 7 and 8, which is much bigger space than I really wanted. That's currently where the asset management group is today. What happened is the jiu-jitsu place that's there in suite 9 just decided to vacate. So I had a conversation with the landlord. That suite better fits my needs. So we just changed the application for the new suite.
Okay. And I also read, I think that you intend to, you're the one that will be in there operating the shop.
Correct.
Will there be other people or just you?
My intent's not initially. If I expand, yes. So today I pretty much operate as a boutique type environment and work at by appointment. I'm available, obviously it's not my house today, I'm available all the time to make appointments. I plan on being there, staffing it on normal business hours, but I kind of still want to keep the boutiqueness of my operation. I don't want to be in, I'm not wanting to look at be a Cabela's or anything like that, right? I want to look at it as a personal relationship that I built with my clients that are here in North Haven. A significantly amount of them are around my neighborhood, actually. And I want to continue to grow that as well as my clientele that's in Hamden, Wallingford, and Norfolk.
Would you also sell fishing licenses and hunting licenses?
No. I have no interest in being involved in dealing with any of the licensing aspects for outside of the alcohol stuff.
Now, with your federal license, your federal permit, other people can approve the sale of a weapon in there too?
Yes.
But you, they work underneath your license? Is that
Correct.
the way it works? Now,
Correct.
somebody could walk in and say, you know, I want to sell, I know the law is now that you have to, if you want to personally sell a firearm to someone, it has to go through,
Correct.
through you.
Correct.
So that changed recently, but as far as your store goes, I come in to buy something, I buy it, and you're not there, you're in Tahiti or something, you're not around.
I
Now,
wish.
this person will fill out the paperwork and then you'll review it, is that the way it works?
Correct. So what's called an ATF perspective is called a responsible person. A lot of times you'll hear the term RP. That person that holds the license is responsible for any transactions that happens on that. They can delegate that to another person, but the person that's a responsible party is responsible for making sure that paperwork is accurate. So yes, if I had an employee that went through the process, I'm ultimately responsible for making sure that paperwork's accurate.
And there's a waiting period, what's the waiting period?
There is no waiting period because we're a permit state. From that standpoint, in order to buy a firearm, a long gun, handgun, or ammunition in the state of Connecticut, you have to be permitted. And in that aspect, what a permit is, you have to go through a class. You have to get approval fingerprinted by the FBI, and then you get a permit. At that point, when you come to purchase a firearm or anything like that, you go through another background check by the FBI before you can even walk away with that firearm. So,
Okay, so there is a waiting period. If they come in and buy
Yeah.
something and they have a permit, you have to give it to them right then? Is that the way it works?
it's the background check's instantaneous.
Well, how long's the background check?
Instantaneous.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, well, that's what I was thinking. There
Yeah.
would be a time for that.
Perhaps I could just clarify on that. The responsible person on the license right now is Mr. Kelly. If he wanted any other person in that store to be able to effectuate a transfer, he would have to submit that to the ATF. They would have to do a background check on that person. They would have to submit fingerprints. So there'd be an approval process. So you can't just hire somebody and say, okay, you can transfer it. It would have to be someone approved through the ATF after background checks. And then you are personally responsible for anything that happens there. Mistakes are almost always felonies, so people are very careful about it. Additionally, with the state, when you come in, they issue an actual authorization number. So a call is put in to the state police. They review the pistol permit. They go through. If all the paperwork is in order there, they will issue that authorization number. If there's any question on it, sometimes they'll do a temporary delay on it. And they'll say, you know what, we're not sure about this guy. So with some people, there will be a waiting period.
Okay.
Well, they've had a chance to clear it. They have the opportunity to delay it. But if they come on in, everything's perfect with the license, there's no question, it could be approved within, same day.
Yeah, usually it's
Did
minutes, half hour.
you state your name, sir? Excuse me.
Yes,
You did.
Attorney Gregory Miller.
You got it, okay. Very good. Let me ask you a question. I don't want to interrupt you also.
No.
Yeah. If someone comes in with a permit to carry, do they go in permit to carry, say, here's my permit, and you can buy a gun and leave? Is that?
Correct.
That's right.
Yeah.
Ammunition, same thing. Anything that he's permitted to do, you could sell it to him.
Yeah, there's 3 levels of permit in Connecticut. Most people go for the pistol permit, which allows you to conceal as well.
Okay, that's it.
But they allow you to purchase any of those below.
What about non-lethal? You could have non-lethal?
I stocked a couple of them because people ask, like the burners, for instance.
Yeah, the CO2.
Yeah, I know Urban 2A sells a lot of them.
North Haven Library will be closing in 15 minutes. Please begin to make your final selections for checkout at this time. Thank you.
So the
Byrna
Byrna pistols, they don't Well, they're non-lethal. They also
Correct.
shoot tear gas out of them
Correct.
if you wanted to, right? But are those you could buy those without a permit?
Yeah, they're legal in all 50 states without a permit.
You can buy.
Buy them, but you can't carry them.
Correct,
Correct.
exactly.
Unless you have a permit.
Under Connecticut law, it is still considered to be a dangerous weapon.
Mhm.
Kind of like a switchblade or, brass knuckles, things of that sort. So you could buy it, but you cannot carry it unless you have a pistol permit.
But what about carrying it from the store to?
You can transport it unloaded, typically in a locking container, your trunk, something of that sort. It cannot be loaded on your person. It cannot be within your reach while you transport it home.
Thank you.
Rod?
So, you mentioned you'd be in there during business hours. What do you envision being business hours?
So I would, looking at probably right now 10 to 5 on weekdays. Weekends would be probably 10 to 5 on Saturdays and 10 to 3 on Sundays, if I'm there. Those are the 10 to 5 and the 10 to 3 on the weekends are state hours, so I'm kind of forced by that, of my hours I can be there. The state's open only till 7 on weekdays, and I want my personal time, so I'm planning on being there at 7 o'clock every night.
So just the weekdays?
Weekdays and weekends.
The
Again,
state's not open?
No, they are. There are
Okay.
different hours on the
Okay.
weekdays versus weekends.
And Sunday?
Sunday they're open 10 to 3, and I would be there probably in the morning.
Yeah. Okay.
So I guess I have one other question. I just want to make sure I fully understand the variety of the guns that would be for sale. Pistols, rifles, and I'm not super, I don't know a whole lot about
Yeah.
these, but I'm just, can you give an overview, or is it,
It's
everything
anything
that's
that's
available, or?
anything that's CT compliant is what I would sell.
What does that mean?
Connecticut compliant. Yeah.
Anything that you could sell in the state, essentially?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Connecticut has the most rigorous gun laws in the United States today. When you hear out there in the news things like the AR-15, they were banned back in 2013, and then the balance of them were banned in 2024 effectively.
Okay.
So at this point, there's no high cap magazine sales in Connecticut
Right.
other to law enforcement. AR-15s cannot be sold in Connecticut. So the kind of things you see in the news, we have regulated out. It's kind of left sporting arms.
Okay, thanks.
And the ammunition, there's different types of ammunition that you could sell?
Yep.
That some is not legal in the state of Connecticut, right? The armor piercing stuff that you
That
hear
is
about?
correct.
Yeah.
It's primarily federal law.
Okay.
For a number of years, armor-piercing ammunition has been federally illegal. Connecticut has a similar law on it. The things that, armor-piercing 50 caliber, nobody's, what would you possibly use it for? They're already illegal in Connecticut.
Okay.
Brian?
Yeah, you mentioned archery also, something. Would the crossbows come into this, or is that something that's different?
Yeah, they would fall into that category. It is archery.
Okay, thank you.
Mark?
I'm good, thank you.
Almost all the questions I have were answered, so.
You guys beat me to all the questions, so.
Okay, well, I must tell you this. I'm an advocate of what you're doing. I'm a gun advocate. I was brought up with guns and did a lot of hunting and shooting and trap shooting and skeet shooting and everything else. And I no longer do that, but I still don't have no problem with it whatsoever. However, I must say, this is something very new to North Haven. And I'm here in respect of letting you in there. I would like to have you in there, but I certainly gotta have a little more information than I got. I gotta feel more comfortable about you going in there in this particular space, for me to put a green light to this at this moment. I know you're doing everything right. It seems like it was, because when you came in 3.5 years ago to get your permit on Kings Highway, I guess it was.
Yeah.
I was involved in that as well, but, we had a real hard time with that, and I'm having a little hard time with this, since it's the very first one in town. The only one we have in town was Dick's, and Dick's doesn't do any firearms at all, or anything like that.
But how much different is it from what you're doing currently?
It's no different, right? In today there are 8 other FFLs in town that are selling out their houses. All I'm doing is moving it from a house, being in a residential neighborhood, to a retail location.
And you stock weapons and things like that?
Correct.
Yeah.
You stock weapons at your place, the handguns and?
House.
I'm an FFL, I can stock weapons at my place.
Yeah, but I say, do you? You know,
Correct.
so when someone comes to see you, I presume they come to see you, or you're doing everything over the internet, or?
No, I do a combination of both. My business is 50-50 probably at this point.
I
do
see.
e-com work, and I also do retail location. I do stock some inventory that's needed. It's low because I'm in my house, right? You can only have so much storage and safes available in your house for that. So I would definitely expand inventory, but it's not significantly than what I have today.
Okay.
Anything to say?
I'm good. Yeah, you had concerns. How do we want to alleviate those concerns? Do we want to talk to the town attorney? What do we want to do?
Yeah, when we get into deliberation, we could talk about that, Brian. You know,
If there's another question you have, I'd love to know what it is. I can see if I can answer it today.
I'm sorry?
If there's other questions you have, I'd love to answer them now.
I can't answer you now because we're gonna get.
No, if you have other questions.
No, I'm okay. I listened, I heard everything you said. Everything you said was good. I understand what you're doing, but you're still the first store coming in here, and I just gotta be sure that I'm good with that.
Okay.
And I'm not against you, but I'm not quite for you.
Yeah, understood.
Okay. Ken?
I have no questions.
Rod?
I think I'm good, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very.
If I can just.
Sure, by all
because
means.
I am here. Jennifer Capola from Zero D'Onofrio, and I am counsel to the commission. I'm actually here for the executive session later on. Mr. Chair, I think if you have particular concerns about the location, I think you need to explain those to the applicant. And if anybody else does, I mean, because that's what they're here for. They're here to get essentially approval of location. If there's particular concerns about the location, I think you need to be articulating those to the applicant and giving them an opportunity to respond with regard to those concerns.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
That was one of my concerns, is the location too. Now that we're talking about having the children next door or 2 places away, I don't know, just, and again, I don't have issues with, that's just more the location than anything. Where
Yeah, I
you're
think
now
it is the
the
location. I think I got a little problem with the location,
So,
where you're
but
trying to
the-
go. If you wanna.
The problem being is there's gonna be a lot of activity out there. Families going to breakfast, and families, potentially families going to the daycare, not the daycare, but the activity center, right there.
So one of the discussions was about location in the town, right? And I know there's a couple other places that looked for locations in town in CN20 areas. I wanted to actually go into a CN20 area on Hartford Turnpike. After talking to zoning, that was rejected. The recommendation by zoning was to look at an IL location because it is a retail location. This is an IL 30 location, which fits the definition of a retail location.
Have you looked at any of the locations?
I have looked around a few other places in town, but based on the definition that was specified by zoning, it limited me to IL areas. Other IL areas are not what I would consider secure for a firearms location. A perfect example would be if you look down at Universal, there's great locations down there, but they're floor to ceiling glass, very bad for a gun store, right? This location is off. You got the driveway, you got the grass area, and then you got the area that's underneath the canopy.
Good evening.
It's very difficult for someone to get into that location with a vehicle for saying to try to smash doors.
One second, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, where like a place on Universal Drive, it's very easy to drive a car or a truck through the window. This location doesn't allow that. That's one of the reasons I like the location from that standpoint, because it is more easy to secure with that type of business model than some of the other IO locations. They're great retail locations, they're just not good gun shop locations.
I may be dating myself a little bit here. My firm goes all the way back to Dwyer versus Farrell, which was Connecticut Supreme Court in New Haven, where they dealt with a lot of these same issues. And I don't know that there's any perfect location for a firearms store, but where the state has come in and has provided oversight, they provided regulation, there needs to be some place. I think we've tried to be sensitive to that. We've tried to look at issues of security. We've tried to think about, how we fit. Mr. Kelly, as some of you probably know, we put in our letter here, has been in town here for 26 years. He raised 5 kids in the school system here. He runs a computer business here within the town. He's very much been part of this community. So I think, we hear you. I think we very much want to work, with you. But in looking at locations that meet the requirements, which meet the security, this does seem to be a better location than most.
Well,
So is this
I need-
vacant right now?
The person that's in there right now is vacating technically December 30th.
Okay.
So initially, what I was looking to do was when I was looking at Suite 7 and 8, they were gonna vacate earlier. When the Jujitsu place decided to close up, the space became available. They're technically there until the 30th of December. I don't know if they actually have moved out yet. I haven't been down there. My understanding is they were giving notice to their clients that they were closing shop.
Now, if you were to if we were to approve this,
we not object to table this.
well, that's what I was getting to.
To think about it.
But I was just, I'm asking, how long before, what type of things do you have to do to get the licensing, moved over to, you're not gonna move it to that address, but you're not moving the engraving over, but you're moving your.
Correct. So.
How many days do you need before you could, the 30th is the drop dead date.
Yeah.
You can't get in there before then.
Correct.
Right, so you'll be coming in the beginning of next year.
Yeah.
Sometime. So, would it be harmful to table this until next month's meeting?
1 month. 1 month.
So that would be a question for the landlord, right?
Yeah.
If they would be willing to wait from that standpoint. I don't know if they would. They were actively looking for me to
Okay,
move
so
in.
you have to sign a.
I have not signed a lease. It's pending this meeting, right? So if I go back and tell them 30 days, they might not want to extend 30 days. As far as the licensing move, I've already had conversations with the ATF. The shutdown, the government shutdown has obviously affected them a little bit. Hopefully we're coming out of that window here by Wednesday. And I'll be able to have the conversations I need to. With a change of use license or change of address license, that's usually about a 4-week period for it to happen. So once I submit the paperwork, that's usually what the period will be.
Last thing we want to do is hinder you.
We don't want to hinder you, but it's a great deal for us to digest at this point in time. We need a little time to think about this. And you seem to be on top of your game, top level there. And we just need some time to think about it. I hope it does not hinder you, as Paul was talking about, very badly.
It does if I don't ultimately go, because now I'm gonna go try to, if they decide to not wait, I'm not have to find a location.
Then you're gonna find another IL-30 somewhere.
IL-30 that is actually willing to operate as with an FFL, and I can secure.
We're not renting very well right now.
So, the problem is if I can't secure it, I don't want to move to that location, right? It's too much risk to be in a location that's not easily securable.
Well,
Okay.
okay, sir, that's,
All right.
you object to next month.
I would.
You object to it.
What do you?
I'm asking you a question.
We do object, but we certainly also
Ask me
understand.
questions, yes or no?
We object but understand. I object but understand.
Okay. So,
So,
we take it a continuance till next month?
Yes.
Okay, you got it.
okay.
Next month, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Don't have to.
Huh?
Okay. Yeah, we gotta do it in.
What we doing?
Make that a motion.
All right. I just need to-
I know.
I know.
Can you?
Yeah, I understand.
Brian?
I could, yes.
Vote for it.
Yes.
You could say it's okay? Okay. Huh, you gave me till next month. You wanna vote on it tonight?
Well, we could talk about it in deliberation, right?
Yeah, we can. Okay, very good. Laura, where are we now? We're going into,
Did we miss the bond release?
we're gonna do executive section, or we're gonna do,
Jennifer wants to.
you wanna do what Mary has to say?
Yes.
So, this being the last meeting for our chairman of many, many years, of decades, I first met Mr. Carlson. Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. I'll start over again.
I tell you, you are tough.
This being the last meeting
Yes.
of Chairman Vernon Carlson, I think almost 40 years, yes, Vern?
Yeah,
Because
36.
I know I've been practicing almost 30, and I remember meeting you when I was 25 years old.
Yep, you were just a young pup out of
I was
school.
a young pup, meeting with you, Mr. Palumbo, your dear friend.
Yep.
And what an honor to be in the presence of both of you. So it certainly is with sadness. I'm sad to see you step down, but as counsel to the commission of many years, I thank you for your leadership, for the great questions that you've always asked about the issues that the commission has faced. I think that the town of North Haven owes you a debt of gratitude.
Thank you very much.
Because your leadership on this very important commission has really helped to make the town the great town that it is. I'm no longer a resident, but I'm very fond of North Haven. I think there's a lot to be proud of as a resident of North Haven. I also thank my brother at the bar, Rod Williams. For those of you that don't know, Mr. Williams, Commissioner Williams does work in the Corporation Counsel's office in New Haven, so he does practice in the land use area. So he and I have had conversations about land use outside of the Planning and Zoning Commission setting. And over a decade for you as well, I believe, on this commission. And certainly, thank you for your service as well, and the always thoughtful questions that you have and the guidance that you've given to the commission as well. So I wish you both the best in your next chapters, and hopefully in service in some other way. Thank you for being such great volunteers. And I'm going to turn it over. I know that Mr. Cummings has something that he wanted to present, and then Mrs. White as well from the public would like to address the commission too.
Okay.
Before we go into executive session. Thank you.
Thank
Oh,
you,
and
Jen.
there's cake. And I want everybody eating cake, please. So it bears the North Haven seal, and it says thank you for your service. So thanks again. And if you don't want cake now, take a piece home. There's bowls to do that, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jennifer.
Well said. I
Thank
have
you so much.
to second that so much. You know.
Vern, I had Christine do a little digging down in the annex, the basement of the annex.
Thanks for
And
throwing me under the bus.
so that's very helpful.
The
That's,
archives.
This was not done alone. And what we have here is we have a booklet that has your name, Vernon Carlson, Planning and Zoning, December 1985 to December 2025. And these are minutes of your first meeting.
That's when you approved the stagecoach stuff?
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
My goodness.
The horse
Something
parking.
I did not expect any of this, to be honest with you. I do thank you all. You all have been such
It was
great,
writ- it was
great
written-
people to work with over the years. I can tell you, it's been a pleasure. You know, we did a lot of, we did accomplish a lot of things over the years here in town. Without going into all of them, you know, there has been a lot of big projects that this commission has taken care of and done the right thing for. I think we have done the right thing for the people and for the applicants and for the town itself. But I do thank you also very much. I appreciate it. Rod, I'm sure.
Thank you, Vern. It's been a pleasure serving with you. I do this because I like to do it. I enjoy it. It's something I do in my job as well. And I love seeing people come out and participate. I love how prepared the members of this commission have always been and how much they care about this role. It makes it worthwhile for me because it's so important both for the applicants and for the town. It's been a pleasure. But Vern, mostly it's been a pleasure working with you and watching you operate and getting to see how this is done, I think, the proper way.
Thank you, Rod. Thank you so much. Been a pleasure working with you. In any event, now, thank you all. Now,
Mary, speak.
Mary, okay.
Mary White, Summer Lane. In case you didn't know.
Make it nice and clear, Mary.
Okay, I would like to say thank you. So the first part of my comments are for Rod, and then the second part of my comments are for Vern. So I would like to say thank you to Rod Williams for his 11 years of service on the Planning and Zoning Commission. Being a member is more than just monthly meeting attendance. It involves much work. Members receive 2 zoning packets for review and study prior to each zoning meeting. Members also go out to sites to see conditions and surroundings for themselves. I want to thank Rod for carefully considering applications, taking into consideration not only if applications are conforming to zoning regulations, but considering the impact of such proposals on the health, safety, and welfare of the neighbors, the residents of North Haven. Thank you for also working collaboratively with the other commission members. Rod did all that and more. He served as the vice chair of North Haven's Affordable Housing Advisory Committee. Rod has also been North Haven's representative on the Regional Planning Commission, SCROG, South Central Regional Council of Governments. Many residents were sad to learn you were not renominated for zoning. Lana Claire Ives and Anita Dunn gathered 63 signatures on a petition asking the DTC to renominate you for zoning. I want you to know a copy of the petition was given to the DTC on October 14 at their meeting at the Rec Center. Thank you again, Rod, for your 11 years of service on the Planning and Zoning Commission. Tom and I have a little gift for you.
Nice.
Where's your ethics papers?
Thank you very much.
Here's your package.
Thank you.
I would like to say thank you to Vern Carlson for his 36 years of service on the Planning and Zoning Commission. Tom and I have lived in North Haven for 35 years, and we do not remember a time when we went to a Planning and Zoning meeting and Vern was not on the commission. Vern knows this town the best, having been born and raised here. His knowledge and experience are unparalleled. In the decades and decades and decades we have been attending zoning meetings, Vern always acted professionally on the commission. Relative to applications, he would consider if proposals were in the best interest of the town, while also prioritizing the public's health, safety, and welfare. When proposals would negatively impact the quality of life of residents, Vern was receptive to residents' concerns. Thank you, Vern, for always running a good zoning meeting. Thank you for being fair, caring, and willing to listen. You let everyone speak, ask questions, make comments, and say their piece during public comment. Sometimes people were passionate when they spoke, and you would gently remind them the commission can only consider zoning topics when rendering decisions. In addition to receiving the 2 zoning packets for review and study prior to zoning meetings, going out to sites to see conditions and surroundings, carefully considering if applications are conforming to zoning regulations, considering the impacts to the health and safety of the neighbors, the residents, Vern was meeting with town staff. Vern was also meeting with applicants. Thank you, Vern, for all your time and accessibility. You were available 7 days a week. Your phone seemed to always ring with someone with a zoning matter on the other end. It is like everyone has your phone number. Vern, you are well known, well liked, and respected by many residents. Residents were sad and disappointed to learn you were not renominated for one last term on the Zoning Commission. Lana Claire Ives and Anita Dunn gathered those 63 signatures on that petition, asking the RTC to renominate you for zoning. I want you to know a copy of the petition was given to the RTC chairman, Vincenzo Gallo, on October 15 at his law offices in West Haven, since they could not find the October 14 RTC meeting. Thank you again, Vern, for over 3 decades of service on the Planning and Zoning Commission. We are most appreciative for all your work and dedication. You will be missed. Tom and I have a little gift for you.
Okay. Thank you, Tom. Get it back. Thank you, Mary. Thank you very much to all of you. I didn't expect to see these 2 guys come out.
I think they're lost.
You're telling me. Thank you for showing up, Frank. Alan, as well.
Next week.
So, everybody in the back there. I thought you were going to speak. Aren't you going to speak? You.
No.
Yes.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Of course. It wouldn't be the night. I've been missing the night.
Good evening. My name is Lana Claire Ives. I reside at 369 Mansfield Road, 367 Mansfield Road, 37 something, 1 Mansfield Road, and 2605 Ridge Road in North Haven. I have participated in the process for several years now, and I've kind of watched the inner workings of the committee and how things are done, and how things first get started over there, and then kind of run through, you know, the process. And Rod, I have always found you to be intelligent and articulate and thoughtful. And I was disappointed to know that you weren't going to serve again on this commission. And I think if you were nominated, you would have won that, no doubt. And so I wanted to thank you for just everything you've done to serve in your community and to give of your time. It's powerful. It's kind. It's all those times you can't get back. You know, I come to meetings, I can't get those hours back, those minutes back, all those things back. Sitting on my, you know, at my desk thinking to myself, what am I going to say up here? I say, it's just going to come to me. I think about it so much, it's going to come to me, you know? And for you guys to do this for so long, and Vern, I mean, when I found out it was over 30 years that you volunteered your time to this community in a voted position. So people voted for you for over 30 years. That is huge in the town of North Haven. Huge. To win that for 33 years. You don't know, Vern, how many people you have impacted in your life in this community. But I will tell you that when I knock doors with my comrade over here, Anita Dunn, people always have good things to say about you. Sometimes people don't like to sign a petition. I didn't find out about it till, like, I don't know, maybe a week or so before the nominations were to happen with the Republican Town Committee. And I was disappointed that they didn't nominate you, because I never really always agreed with you, Vern. There were some times I just like, Vern, what are you thinking about that, whatever. But I always thought, Vern, you were fair. You were a fair man. And when crowds of people gathered in the Wakely Rec Center, you let everyone speak. And that's the democratic process. And you embodied that. And Vern, you are adored by so many people in this town. And the last couple of weeks have gone by, I've talked to so many people. Oh, do you hear about Vern Carlson? He's going to be leaving the commission. What? He should be on there for another term. He should be on there for another term. And I couldn't agree with them more. But, now is the time. This is what it is, and the Lord is with you. And the people are with you. So when you go into the community, hold your head high, because you have so many people that you have touched. And you have just, done a great job. And you work with both businesses and residents. So you're a true asset to North Haven. So I don't care who else thanks you, but I know in my heart, I thank you.
I want to thank you very much.
Thank you.
Very well said. Well said.
Thank you, Lana. Very nice of you. I know you worked hard. I know you were out there. I just heard about it. I heard a lot about both of you gals there. All of you. It was very nice. Okay, now. Okay, where are we? We're gonna go into executive session.
I'll make a motion to go into executive
Okay,
session.
you wanna invite everybody?
I'll make a motion.
Second it?
Myself, are you gonna say? Is she
Yeah.
staying?
Let's make a
Or not?
motion.
Is she gonna go in?
It's up to you
Come
guys.
in. Okay. So, you need to invite all of your staff
Yeah,
and myself. Okay,
you
I heard a motion to go in, but I didn't hear that last part.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to make a motion to go into executive session, invite Town Attorney Jennifer Capola, Laura Margarasi, Jane Ellis, and Andrew Bellavacqua,
And the commission.
and the question.
I'll
Okay.
second it.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. We're going in executive session. Thank you very much, folks. Thank you all. Thank you all. Okay, we're back, and we just come out of an executive session. Can I get a motion to go out of executive session?
I'll make a motion to leave executive session.
I'll second it.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Now, can I get a motion to go into deliberation?
I'll make a motion to go into deliberations.
Can I have a second?
Well, second.
Okay. We are all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Okay, first thing we got here is 120, well, they're coming back, right? 120 powder metal, they're coming back next month, aren't they? Is
Yeah.
that correct? Okay, they'll be back next month. We don't need no motion on that, Laura, do we?
No.
No, okay, good enough. Down to the next one here is one, that's the same one, Powder Metal Road, okay. Medtronic, Can I get a motion to approve as it was presented?
I'll make a motion to approve the EV charging stations at 86 Columbia.
Okay.
I'll second it.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Next one here, we get a 6-month extension for the Stillman Road.
I'll make a motion to approve the 6-month extension at 10 Stillman Road.
Okay, I have a motion, second.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
So that was Brian and Paul.
Yeah.
got it. Okay. Andy, on the bond release on 315 Washington Avenue, is that a full release?
Full release.
Okay, full release, get a motion to remove the bond, $3,500 on Washington Avenue?
I'll make a motion to give the bond back.
Okay.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Very good. Okay, we got a change of use. The first one is for the children to go into 565 Washington Avenue, Unit 4, 1,200 feet. And you heard what she had to say. Can I get a motion to approve that?
I'll make a motion to approve that as presented.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Yeah, Rod, whatever. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, okay, now we got the sporting goods that they agreed to give us a 30-day extension on. Is that okay? Is that okay with everybody on the commission here? 30 days to
Continue to next month.
Yes, continue it to next month if they agree to.
Do you want to make a motion for that?
Yeah, I'd like to get a
guess.
motion for that. Yes, surely.
Unless we can vote on it.
Can you make a motion?
I'll make a motion to not approve it.
No, not approve it. Just make a motion to carry till next month.
Yeah, I was asking if we could not do that, so.
Oh, you want
Yeah.
you want to deny it? Is that what
Yes.
Oh, excuse me. I'm
I
sorry.
thought we already agreed.
No, we
were gonna
agreed. We
continue.
agreed.
You asked, that's.
Yeah,
I
we
would
agreed.
just caution you about that. Again, Jennifer Capola from Cielo D'Onofrio, your counsel for the record. I think that you led the applicant and applicant's counsel to believe that you were going to continue it. And remember, your deliberations are public sessions, so they did leave. I think they left on the assumption that you were going to continue it. They may have stayed to actually view your deliberation.
Sure.
So
That's what they agreed
I
to.
would be a little concerned about the fact that they're not here, because they thought that you were gonna continue it.
Okay. Thank you, Jennifer.
I'll make a motion to continue it till next
Okay.
month.
I get a motion to continue. Can I get a second?
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Next month, we can vote on that one. Okay, correspondence none. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes for October 6th?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from October 6th.
Okay, can I get a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All right. That's it. Now we're down to, is there anything else to come before the commission? Okay, can I get a motion to adjourn?
I'll move to adjourn.
Okay, get a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Hallelujah. Thank you all. Thank you all for coming. That's it.
Thank you, Vern.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you for all the time you put in,
Boy,
and all of your efforts over the years.
you and I, Brown, oh boy. Holy mackerel, 20 years.
The preceding program is brought to you in part through a grant from the town of North Haven. Watch town meetings or other videos on demand at nhtv.com.